open, Clingan crushes it. Oh, that was a beauty.
Basketball is something that my mom loved. It's something that I love. I know she's happy, she's smiling down, she's watching me, and I'm just trying to live it in her name.
Before 7'2", Donovan Clingan became one of the most dominant big men in college basketball.
Clingan who jams it home. It is all Donovan Clingan right now.
Before he established himself as a lottery pick in this year's NBA draft.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA draft.
Before it all, as a 6'6" middle school kid, his late mother, Stacy Perini Clingan, brought Donovan by Bristol Central High School's gymnasium again and again. At 6'4", she became an all-state player here, eventually moving on to the University of Maine and leading the Black Bears to 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances.
Perini gets it to go!
As much as anything, Stacy wanted to expose Donovan to the environment that nurtured her spirit, to the game that transformed her life. Here's your mom's senior yearbook.
Her quote says, "Only height can measure the love and knowledge you hold inside." Props to her for a very creative quote. I feel like that's who she was, and it really rubbed off on me.
He's exactly like her in every way. He's caring, he's thoughtful, he's generous. There's so much alike.
Through an 8-year battle with breast cancer, Stacy rarely missed a day as an elementary school teacher in her hometown of Bristol.
A week before she passed away, she was in her hospital bed doing her report cards, and she goes, "I know these kids best. This is something I want to do." And I said, "Mom, whatever makes you happy, you do it."
After Stacy died from cancer in 2018, Donovan soon arrived at Central as a 6'8" freshman. He immersed himself into the rigor of basketball. When Donovan lost his mom, did you see a direct correlation with wanting to pursue the game in a more serious way in her memory?
Immediately. It was an immediate change. He immediately focused very hard on basketball. It was a sight to see.
He just would work himself until he couldn't move, till he couldn't get another shot up. He just said, "Hey, my mom wanted me to be the best player I could, to be the best person," and he's lived that to the fullest.
Down low, another dunk! And he wants his crowd to get fired up!
As Donovan grew into a skilled 7-footer, outside pressures emerged to leave Bristol Central and proceed like many other top national prospects, move away and enroll in a prep basketball factory.
When she passed, I wanted to take it to the next step and do something to make her proud. I had big schools like Mount Verdine, MG, Oak Hill reaching out to me, trying to get me to go there, and I was like, I'm half a mile from my house, why would I leave?
Family, 1, 2, 3! Family.
When he entered here, all he talked about was putting another banner up for his mom. She was all about Bristol, and that's all he wanted to do, was put another banner up in her honor and then try to beat her rebounding record.
He's just one of one, I'd say. A great kid, great family. Everyone in Bristol is proud of him. Everyone out in Connecticut is proud of him.
43 consecutive wins. Listen to the crowd.
I told my mom, stay at Central and do this for her, and I did it, and I know she's proud of me above, and I'm proud of myself.
Eventually, Connecticut Huskies coach Dan Hurley made the 44-mile drive from Stores to watch Donovan work out.
Coach Hurley, he was here for about 10 minutes and then walked out, and the first thing that went through my mind is, he hated everything he just saw, and I'll never step foot on UConn ever.
As it turns out, Hurley walked out captivated and vowed that Donovan Clingan would become the most important recruit of his UConn tenure.
UConn repeats as national champions.
When you finally hear your name on draft night, what do you imagine is going to go through your mind?
A lot of emotions. I'll be able to say my mom's proud of me, and that's what's going to be the most important thing for me.